Hello, how are you? My name is Rebecca and I am an English teacher. I teach English lessons using Comprehensible Input on YouTube. So Comprehensible Input is a great way to learn. It basically means I talk, I use a lot of gestures, I use a lot of visuals, and then you will naturally pick up the language. And I also speak slower than normal and more clearly, okay? And this just helps you to pick up the language naturally and in real life, kind of the way that babies or children learn a language. So you guys really liked whenever I baked brownies, and if you want to watch that video of me baking brownies, here you go. So today I'm going to do some more baking, and I'm baking, can you guess? A lemon drizzle cake or lemon slices. Now this is my granny's recipe. My granny used to love baking and this is what she always made, a lemon drizzle cake. So I'm going to make that. I've been craving that. Now I've got a swollen throat, so if you can hear my voice is a bit sore, that's why. I'm gonna make a video anyway. So let's get started on the ingredients. So the first thing is flour, and because this is plain flour, I also need self-raising, or like raising to make it go up. So I'm going to measure that out now. You need quite a lot of flour. You need 270 grams. I don't have a proper weighing scale, so I'm using milliliters, so it's 570 milliliters. But this is Mary Berry's recipe, and Mary Berry is like the most famous baker in England or the UK. So if you want her recipe, check it out. Here it is, Mary Berry. And if you ever are going to bake, use her recipes because they are like the classics, like classic granny baking. The flour is measured out. I've got 520 milliliters of flour. So now I've got my bowl and I'm going to pour it into the bowl. Pour. There's my flour. Now the next ingredient is sugar. So I'm going to measure the sugar now. I have measured out my sugar. I've kind of split it with brown sugar and white sugar because it gives it a nice texture, the brown sugar. This is a lot of sugar in a cake, so cake, unhealthy. So I'm going to pour it in. And now I'm going to mix the sugar and the flour. I'm also going to put a spoonful of raising agent in it. Now it just comes in a little packet. I'm going to use half of the packet, half. Sprinkle it in. So I think that's half. Put it back in the packet, back in because I don't need it. Right, now I have mixed that together, so I'm going to put it to the side, and I need the butter, and I need the whole packet, all the butter, 225 grams of butter. And I'm going to chop it up into small pieces so it's easier to mix because it's quite hard. I need it to be a bit softer. So I might put it in the microwave for a few minutes. So the butter goes in next. So I've just melted the butter in a bowl, and now I need to put eggs in. 4 eggs. 1. So I'm cracking the egg. I've just dropped. Cracking the egg. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 eggs. So I'm going to whisk because you whisk eggs. So whisking the eggs into the flour and sugar, and I'm also going to add the butter. It's also said to put some milk into it, a little bit of milk. I'm going to add a small bit of milk. There we go. And now I'm going to mix all the wet ingredients together. And then in a minute, you have to grate with the smaller bits, grate the zest of a lemon in. So that means the skin inside. Then I'm going to cut the lemon in half and squeeze. I'll show you in a minute. Squeeze the lemon. I have mixed the bowl, so I'm going to zest a lemon. So I've started a little bit. So this is zesting a lemon. And just scrape it on the grater. Or grate it. I love the smell of lemon. It smells so fresh. So it's not a lot, it's a very small amount of lemon, but it will taste strong in the mix, and I'm also going to cut it and squeeze some lemon in. So I have cut the lemon and I'm going to squeeze the juice of this lemon. Squeeze. Okay, so the lemon juice is in here. And then I'm going to use this half for the icing that goes on top. So I'm going to save that for later. Now I'm going to mix in the lemon juice and the lemon zest. So I've got my baking tray and I've lined it with tin foil so that the mixture doesn't stick. And this is the mixture. I'm going to pour it into the baking tin. The cake is ready to be put into the oven. So I preheated the oven and now I'm putting it inside at 180 degrees. I'm going to leave it for half an hour. And this time I'm setting an alarm because I forgot last time. So I'm not burning my cake. So while the cake is in the oven, I'm going to make the icing. So the icing is just lemon juice and white sugar. So I just measure in my head and pour some white sugar into a cup, and then I'm going to squeeze the lemon juice inside. So squeeze, get all the lemon juice in the cup. That is lemon juice squeezed in. I'm going to scoop out the seeds because the seeds got in. So all the seeds are out. And now I mix. Ooh, and I need a lot more sugar. And this mixture, sugar and lemon, goes on top of the cake and then it hardens to become like a sugary lemon glaze, and it's so delicious. So that is what I'm putting on top, so I'm just going to save that for later. And now I'm going to tidy up. I'm going to clean all of these things while I'm waiting for the cake to bake. Okay, so the cake's in the oven, the icing's made. I'm actually making the cake because it's my 6-month anniversary being married. So I got married 6 months ago today in August in Ireland. So I'm making a little cake as a treat for my husband. So I really enjoy baking, and I think that's like my love language is acts of service. So helping my husband, making cakes, things like that. So also now while I'm waiting, I'm going to have an orange because that's delicious, because I have a sore throat today. I don't know if you can hear, my throat is really sore. So I'm gonna have some orange because oranges have vitamin C, which helps your immune system and helps you to get better. So I've cut up some orange slices and I'm ready to try and get my throat better. And I'll show you when the cake is done. So the lemon cake is just out of the oven, and what I have to do is get a toothpick and poke holes in the cake, lots of little holes, because I'm going to pour the sugar and lemon, and you need the holes for it to go inside. So I'm going to put this all over the cake, and then I'm going to try it. The sauce is on the cake, and I'm going to cut a slice and taste it. Okay, that is the most delicious cake ever. Perfect lemon drizzle cake. If you want the recipe, screenshot this now. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned lots of English. Hope you learned how to make a cake. If you are interested, I would recommend making it. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, if you enjoyed it, keep watching my other videos, and I'll see you next week.